Hello friends, my name is Shivam from DevOps Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials or any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@DevOpsSchool.
We start now?
Yes.
Yeah. So guys, the first question I'm having in my mind is, what is Jenkins? Okay. So anyone have idea? I see that some of you have already worked with Jenkins. So what do you think? What is Jenkins? When we say Jenkins, what kind of tool that is? Tell
It's
me.
basically a build tool, right? Helps us to build and
CI/CD
create a
tool,
back.
continuous
Yeah.
integration.
Yeah. So whenever we say Jenkins, most of the time, most of the people say, "Hey, it's a CI tool." Okay. And yes, it is considered to be build tool, but better definition, broader definition, right definition would be CI tool. Okay. Now many people also say CD tool also, but right now I will not get into CD part of Jenkins because nowadays we do not use a CD using Jenkins. We have a better tools for that. Okay, so we'll stick to the CI only. So yes, that's a one question you answered. What is Jenkins? It's a CI tool. Now next question is, what is CI then? And I know that full form, and that is continuous integration. But you have to tell me something else also. So what is a CI? What is a CI? Anyone? Anyone?
Basically,
Okay.
when you want to, kind of make your application integrated, kind of automate and help it in your process of deploying it to different environments.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, guys, feel free to interact because it's a online session. If you interact, we'll feel involved. But else, this session will become very boring. So I request you to all to participate in the discussion. It'll be easy for us. And there's no answer which is wrong, and there is no answer which is right. Okay, it's just a context in which you are answering. Okay, so yeah. So when I say CI, what I see here, CI is a process of automated build. Okay, automated build plus automated testing. Okay, I'm saying if here complete automation. So if you're thinking, hey, Rajesh, can I go and trigger a build manually? That's not CI. Or you say, hey, can I start the testing manually or trigger that testing manually? That's not a CI. I repeat, it's an automated build, automated testing, and then getting a feedback. Okay, immediate feedback. You might have heard about this keyword, getting an immediate feedback. Feedback means, in a simple way, getting a notifications through email or chat saying that my build is failed or pass. Pass usually you don't want it. Most of the time you want failure. And testing is pass or fail. So what I see CI is like a process to set up an automated build, an automated testing, and getting an immediate feedback for it. Whether it's a pass or fail, I don't care. I repeat, the feedback is important, that email is important. Whether it's success or failure, I don't care. Okay, but I should get it. Why immediate feedback? Simple thing. If my build is automated and testing is also automated, and if it is in progress, okay, and if I get an immediate feedback now, let's say build is failed, and if I get to know now, I can fix it immediately rather than fixing later upon to the time, maybe end of the day or maybe tomorrow or something. So this is the summary of what is CI. But we need to define in a little bit detailed manner. Okay. So now, if you want to understand in a detailed manner, let's understand the SDLC cycle. I'm not using the slides. I will do after some time. Okay. Let's understand some of the fundamentals quickly and then move on to the Jenkins. So in SDLC cycle, what we do? So typically all of you know that nothing great about it. So we start with the planning typically. Planning, some of you, if you are not comfortable, you can say system analysis and design also. That's okay. And then we do the coding, correct? Okay, so
Correct.
planning we do and coding we do. So the problem here is after the coding, what we do in SDLC cycle, I forgot actually. I have forgotten. So anyone would like to remind me after the coding what we do?
Checking into your report.
So someone said testing. I think we are going very fast. And someone said what?
After coding, you basically give it to QA team for testing. And
Huh.
if it is QA approved,
Code
then
review.
you check in the code to your repository.
Maybe we are going a little fast. I'm very slow guy. Anyone else would like to comment?
Code review.
Code review. I think that's the perfect one. So see, I write a code and we do the code review also. It's very important process. Nowadays we do that. Earlier we used to do the fierce code review. Nowadays we are doing the static code review. Anyways, so we do the code review. Without review of the code, we are not going ahead. Simple. Why we do the code review and all, that's a different topics. That's a different session. I will not go into that. But yeah, we do the code review. After the code review, what we do?
Unit test.
Unit test, yes, little fast you are going, little slow we need to be. Anyone else?
We deploy it, right?
Mhm. Okay. Don't we build that code? Correct. Build the code, right? After the build, probably someone said already, we do the unit testing. Okay. Unit testing is still under the perspective of development. Okay. So see, we plan this work, then we code for the work. Then we review the work. Work means code, okay? And then build the code. And then we perform the unit testing. After that, what we do?
We do integration testing in our staging environment, like
Uh,
SIT.
Before that, one more step. Before that.
Deployment.
Before that. So we create a packages. Packaging. Okay. So packaging means many people take this packaging very easy, simple, or ignore it, this process. But you know what? Packaging is very important. We have a, please, I'm not writing it. Please hear me out carefully. We have a two kind of packaging. One is a system packaging. One is a application packaging. So system packaging, like you have to create a package for Windows exe file, for MSI, for Mac DMG, for Linux RHEL RPM package, for Debian, for Ubuntu Debian packages. These are called system packages. But we do have application packages also. For example, if you have a Java jar war file, or if you have a .NET exe file, DLLs and all, or Python packages, Ruby packages, Android packages where this APM, right? Sorry, APK files. So these are the pretty huge world actually, and there's so many tools are involved in different kind of packaging. So we do packages also. If I give you 10,000s of class file to install it, will you do that? Will you use it? Of course, you say no, Rajesh. Give me executable. So packaging is also important. After the packaging, what we do? After the packaging,
Deployment and staging.
huh, huh. Before deployment, I will add one thing: archiving the packages. Okay. archiving the packages, that means we should store all the packages at one place. Okay, and after that we deploy to QA environment. For the sake of discussion, I am saying okay, we deploy to the QA environment, but you have a multiple environment also, like integration, staging, QA, pre-production, all these things I am not discussing too much. Okay, and after the deployment, what we do, we perform the complete testing. I will call it AT. AT means acceptance testing. Some of you will say, Rajesh, I do smoke, integration, alpha, beta, gamma, this, that. You need any kind of black box testing, white box testing. I'm not getting into that discussion. I say AT means all form of testing, and I repeat, automated testing. No manual work, okay? So here acceptance testing, and acceptance testing, after that there is one more process which we do typically in every SDLC cycle, and that I am forgetting it. Anyone remember that? After the testing, what we do? Anyone remember that? Anyone have heard about the code coverage process? All of you?
No.
Code coverage? No?
Yes,
See.
I have heard.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's very simple. I am not teaching you code coverage process right now, but very simple thing. Think simple, okay? Development team is writing a code, and that code is validated using the code review. So here, if you look at this, QA team is also writing a test cases, right? Remember, always I'm stressing this point. You might feel irritated a few times. Okay, automated, simple. So QA team also writing a test cases, and they are running it. Whether the right test cases has been done or not, that to test whether your testing process is right or wrong, covered your testing process has covered all the functionality of the code. That's called code coverage. So in simple way, okay, this is the phases of SDLC cycle. All of you are agreeing with me? I might be forgetting this and that, like a database, networking related work, infra work, this, that work. I'm skipping it because too much of discussion is out of this context. Are you comfortable?
So code coverage, we integrate Sonar also, right? Or
Yeah. So code coverage, yeah. So there is one tool which is called SonarQ, which basically manage the code review reports and code coverage reports. Okay, but SonarQ is not doing the code coverage. Code coverage is been done by the tools like Jacoco, Coverchuda, Ncover, Python cover, and all stuff. There's a hell lot of tools for every languages. Okay. Okay. So now, so these are the phases we do that. All of you are agreeing with me, guys?
Okay.
Now, guys, here, let me tell you here, we have a different teams for it. Different teams. Okay. Planning, typically, I think we have a 2 architect. So you guys know better than me how to plan, design, analysis more. And then coding we do through the development, review, build, UT, packaging, archiving, till up to the development team are involved. Okay. And after that, here most of the time QA team involved. By the way, when I say development team, it is a few more roles are there. For example, integration engineer, build engineer, packaging engineer, all these things as I consider in the development. So these are the different teams are there in this stuff. Okay, architect, development in QA. Infra also teams are there, so I'm not adding it. Now, one more thing I would like to add. This is the team and multiple tools are also there here. Okay, here multiple tools for every phases. I'm not discussing all the tools because there are more than 500 tools are available in this world. But I'm discussing one which is the most popular as per my experience. So the planning probably we use Jira. Okay, coding probably we use Git. SonarQube, code review probably we are using SonarQube. For build, maybe if your project in Java, then you can use Maven, Gradle, or whatever it is. There's so many tools by the way. And then UT, maybe you are using JUnit. For packaging, maybe you are using jar war file, whatever it is. For archiving, maybe you are using Nexus or Artifactory. Okay. For deployment, you are using Ansible. For acceptance testing, maybe you are using Selenium. And again, I'm saying if your tools are not there, please understand that I'm just discussing only one tool for the discussion sake, and maybe code coverage, Jacob. So guys, here we see that I was discussing what is CI. Think simple, okay? These are the phases of SDLC cycle. These are the teams are involved in SDLC cycle of different phases. These are the tools are also involved in the different cycles. So now you tell me what we want. What we want. Question I am going to ask you a little bit later, but let me before close this thread. No, all the tools I have not mentioned. Why? Because that place is not there. But here I am sharing with you one URL, though it's not up to date 100%, but has lots of information still. And this is, let's say if you want to know tooling set for Java in the pre-production, these are the popular tools. Production, these are popular. Again, here in .NET, same way, and Python and Ruby, Node, Mobile. I updated 2 years before, so little bit of new tools has not been added, but still it's a good reference. So for example, start, planning, programming, versioning, code analysis, build management, unit testing, packaging management, repository, till here, and then here also you have. Okay, so you will refer it offline just for getting an idea. Okay, so now the question back to this question, what do you want? So what do you want? You want complete automation. See here, one more thing. I am not giving you a jargon of DevOps, DevSecOps, SIL, stuff like that, because that's not my topic for the day. Okay. If you want videos of all these topics, I can share with you a little bit later. But my topic is, what do you want? Every project you join, they say, hey, no manual work. No manual work. Okay, no manual work. Everything should be automated. All automation. That means what I'm trying to say here. Understand that it's very simple expectation for the project, each project, and that's I'm not saying every project's there saying, hey, I want everything should be automated. Everything should be automated. Okay, so I want everything should be automated. So here, see, planning cannot be automated now. Coding cannot be automated because it is a manual work. But from the code review to build to UT to packaging to archiving to deploy to QA to AT and code coverage. Can't this be automated? Tell me. So for all this thing, automation is required. Full automation. That means in between there should not be any manual interventions. There should not be any human work should be installed. That means in a simple way, if I say, please understand, the moment the code is committed, you should see whether it's just a pass or fail at a build level, UT level, packaging level, archiving level, deployment level, AT level, code coverage. Pass or fail, that's all. If all are passing, understand that. Understand that. If all are passing, all phases has passed. Through and go for the release. If one is failed, then what we do? One failed, then what we do? Repeat. No? Agree with me?
Yes.
Simple. So we have understood this is what you want, all automation, no manual work between all the phases. You know, the coding is manual right now. That means human need to code, but slowly, you know, AI has been popping up. In fact, they will code for us. So that will also get automated. But for time being, let's not be, you know, out of this scope. So yeah, this has to be automated. So now the question is, do we have any tool? Understand that. My question is very simple. Any tool? Understand? It's a very simple question I'm asking. Do we have any tool which can help us to integrate? Please hear me out my question. Do we have any tool which can help us to integrate all the phases? That means this is a arrow mark you see. This is called integration. Okay, this which will help me to integrate all the phases. Do we have any tool which will help me to integrate all the tool sets also? Okay, tool sets. Integrate is important. Do we have any tool which will help me to integrate architect with development, development with QA? So here what I'm trying to say, give me a tool which would integrate all phases of SDLC cycle, integrate all teams and integrate all tools. Are you understanding what is the demand in the market? Are you understanding? Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
So which tool? Which tool? That is where the Jenkins is coming into the picture. Okay. So here understand this answer is very simple. Jenkins. So why we call it Jenkins is a CI tool? Please understand that. Why we call it Jenkins is a CI tool? Why? Because Jenkins has a capability to integrate with the Jira, Git, SonarQube, Maven, JUnit, packaging, Nexus, Ansible, Selenium, Jacopo. Jenkins using that you can do code review, build, UT, packaging, archiving, deployment to QA or whatever it is, and AT code coverage. Jenkins is a tool where all the teams can work like architect, development, and QA. So now Jenkins become a tools for everyone, which will integrate all the SDLC cycle, all the teams, all the tools, all the phases. So the question was, what is Jenkins? Jenkins is a CI tool. So why do we call it a Jenkins the CI tool? All of you have understood? All of you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it's integrating all the teams, integrating all the tools, integrating all the phases. So that's the reason we call Jenkins as a CI tool. Okay, so this is the kind of automation we should try to build at the end of the sessions. Okay, so this is the question. That was the question. What is a Jenkins? It's a CI tool. What is CI and how come a Jenkins become a CI tool? We discussed. By the way, guys, Jenkins is developed in Java. It's coded in Java. So anything which is developed in Java, that means what? That means what? So Java means Java has certain characteristics, right? So
Platform
correct,
compatibility.
correct, yes. So that means if you ask me, Rajesh, where I can install Jenkins, I would say Java. Answer is Java. Why? Because Java can be installed in Windows, Linux, and Mac, all variant. So Jenkins also can be installed in Windows, Linux, or Mac, anywhere. What you need? JRE, that's all. Though, because we will do the lots of build activity, would require JDK for this. Okay, so this is a Jenkins developed in Java, and remaining characteristics, you know that I don't have to teach you. Now, guys, here they have multiple release. Okay, multiple release. Now, what are the release they have? So one release which I call it community release. Okay, and this actually the named with Jenkins. That means Jenkins is a free software. Community release means free software, open source software. Okay, this is a free. This is a open source. But I was talking about only this Jenkins open source community. But here we do have a multiple different versions also. So we have a Jenkins Enterprise also. Enterprise. Okay, this is by see, I suddenly forgot the company name. Okay, Cloudways. Cloudways. Now this is a paid software. This is a paid. Now there's one more version which we have, Blue Ocean. This is basically for the pipeline. Now, what is a pipeline? I'll discuss a little bit later. And there is a one more we have, Jenkins X, and this is for the container. Okay, so 4 variant of Jenkins are available for us, out of which I am going to primarily cover this one. Okay, all the feature of community editions I am going to cover. Now, we will also spend some time end of the session, maybe 1 hour or 2 hours, with the Blue Ocean and Jenkins X. Okay, so these are the 4 release which we have with Jenkins. Now, you know what? Powered by thousands of plugins. What is the meaning of plugins? Anyone would like to share with me? What is the meaning of plugins? What is the meaning of plugin?
It will introduce the additional tools.
Plug and play utility.
Someone else?
Extension?
Yeah, so see, plugin concept nowadays is coming everywhere actually. Any tools you go, you have a plugins. Okay, plugin functionality. I would like to give you a little bit of jargons here. So it will be shorted out for once for forever. There is one terminology which you call it a plugins. There's another terminology we call it a module. And there's one other terminology we call it a component. Okay, so these are the 3 terminologies which you use a lot.
Hello everyone, if you would like to access the remaining videos of this playlist of 50 plus more tools which are coming under DevOps, DevSecOps, SRE, DataOps, GitOps, etc. Kindly become our channel members by clicking on the joining button. You would have access to 100s of playlists and 1000s of videos, lifetime access with this membership. Enjoy.
Thanks for watching. Want to study further? Join our training programs today.